All right, here we are, 10 minutes on the clock. So we're on day 8. It is the 9th, and I did it. I actually spent 8 hours. So from 9 to 5, I edited the video for the build. It took a full solid 8 hours, no break. 8+ hours of footage condensed into 4.5 minutes. The video is on the channel FPS4Less. Go check it out. I'm super excited. It was the very first one. I was kind of critiquing it a lot. The kids watched it. Some friends watched it. Hillary watched it. They all said I did a good job. So I'm kind of pumped about it. It was a lot of work. It was actually super overwhelming. So I basically took everything, the files of all of the footage, all of the audio, and just slapped it into DaVinci, and it was so overwhelming. I just couldn't even comprehend it. So what I ended up doing is I ended up breaking it down into clips. Dude, I'm burpy again. I swear, there's something up with the camera. That is so bizarre. So I condensed it down. So basically, instead of like trying to make one giant video out of all the clips, I kind of chunked it down to, so I did the beginning of the video, and I did all the editing and everything, and then I exported that beginning out as literally like beginning clip. And then the parts list, I did the same thing. I edited all the parts list, and then I, exported it. Like I did the full complete edited like it was a full video, and then that's what I was exporting, and then I did it to all the pieces. So basically when I was done, I had 5 full chunks of video, and then I went back into the player with those 5 chunks and merged them all together. So it made it way more manageable. It was actually kind of satisfying. I would like complete, the intro or the parts list, and it's like, oh, there's like a huge chunk of my video done. However, there's a reason people don't do that. Once I was merging it all together, like you can't fine tune and fix things or overlap things properly, because if you've ever seen what it looks like inside of a video editor, so you have timelines, right? And so when you just put like a video, like when I take this video and stick it in there, it already has audio with it. It's just not good. So what happens is it creates a timeline for the video, and then underneath it is a timeline for the audio, okay? So then what I do, just with this video that I'm talking with you, so then I have this mic. It's externally recording, right? Like it's not plugged into any camera. And so in here is an SD card with an audio file. So then I have to take that audio file, I then upload it. So now I have a second timeline of another audio file, right? And so what I do is then I use the 2 audio files to kind of line them up and sync them together, and then I just mute out the first audio that's tied with the video, and then my audio from the mic overlaps it, right? And then you get like this seamless video that has way higher quality audio, okay? So that's a super baseline, is kind of what I'm telling you, right? So I don't do any editing. Like that's just as baseline as it gets in the video editor. So now for my video on the other YouTube channel, I had like a core main video with video overlapping other video. That way the audio tied to that video would be playing. It was like a huge deal, right? So I had multiple timelines of video, multiple timelines of audio, and then on top of that, I'm tracking music into it, and I'm having to adjust the audio as the other audio fades out, like in the pauses of me talking. I then have to fill in that gap with the music. So then I have to cut that little section out to increase the volume of the music. Anyways, the point is you have all of these pieces, right? So when you merge clips together, you could kind of fine tune them so they kind of fit and sync better, okay? The problem with how I did it is I don't have that anymore. Now all that editing, because I exported it, turns into literally a single video file and a single audio file, or timelines, right? So I just have the same base 2 timelines, even though there's massive editing done into those timelines. So now when I'm butting them together, I can't like fix things, right? Like if voices don't sync, if audios don't work together, if the cut is too bad, I can't kind of like merge those together. So one of the big things with audio, so a lot of people think jump cut. So when you're watching a YouTube video and you know they're cutting out all the gaps of them not talking, right? So the bad way of doing it is you simply just take where you stop talking, you cut out the dull chunk, and then you bring in where you start talking, right? But the proper way of doing it is you actually overlap the timelines together. So you have two audio file timelines, right? And so you'll have the talking here, and then right as it goes to end, you have the timeline of the audio pick up from here. And then what you do is you just slightly move it one frame each way to get it to sync perfectly. Well, the point is you can't do that anymore, right? So when I took these 5 huge chunks and put them together, I made the complete video, but I couldn't fix them the way I wanted it to. So it still turned out good. And it allowed me to get the video done. There's no way I would have done it otherwise. It was unbelievably overwhelming. But we did it. I'm super excited. You should go check it out. And what I'm going to do is I actually have a bunch of bloopers. There's a funny part, I kind of talked about it in a different video, is I basically had all of these moments where I was just messing up a script and I was getting all frustrated with it and stuff like that. And anyways, I'm going to take those from that video and put them on this channel. So the bloopers of FPS4Less will be here as well. So anyways, I'm excited. I didn't think the thumbnail was going to be as easy as it was. So basically I just took a still image of the computer running. I mean, if you go look at the video, you'll see it. But a still image of it running, and then I just took it onto Canva, and then we basically kind of just overlap like the price of it and stuff like that, the little text of it. It wasn't that bad. Hillary helped me. She found like a little pre-done thing that we were able to overlap it, and then we just changed the color of the font. Anyways, all that other good stuff. But yeah, I'm pumped. So I am technically about to start the next build. Technically I'm not totally done with this computer. So what I want to do is I want to make a couple shorts off of it. So I'm just going to turn it on running again so it looks all pretty. And then I'm going to try to make a couple shorts off of it. And then I'm basically going to, you know, say the link is in the description of the full video if they want to see how to build it type of thing, right? Use little shorts to kind of lead back to the build. And then I need to get into the next build. I have 2 computers in front of me. My dad is chomping at the bit. He wants his computer. So I think that's it. I think I'm gonna have to get like a external hard drive or something. It was over 100 gigs of files of just this build of the video and audio files. It's crazy. And I can't just keep that stuff on my computer. So I'm gonna have to get an external hard drive. I don't wanna delete it, obviously. So I'm just gonna try to I'm gonna move all of that stuff on over to an external hard drive and then get ready for the next one. I'm gonna do it a little differently. I was watching a few other channels. There's a really popular channel called Toasty Bros. And I kinda like how, if you watch my video, I did kind of like a little parts list where I had all the parts up here. I actually got the little spinner too. I haven't had a chance to use it. But anyways, the little product spinner. But how they did it is they kind of had a chance to talk about each product. Excuse me. I did like an overlay. So I kind of talked about it once again in the last video, is I did a voiceover. I did all the voiceover ahead of time, and then I filmed the audio, or all the different parts of the video, and then I overlaid the voiceover. It was super generic, right? Because I just had a script, so I was just like, the Ryzen 5 5500, 6 cores, 12 threads, blah, 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 blah. But realistically, like, you don't get a chance to talk about it. You don't tell people why you picked it, right? Like, it's an insane budget, CPU that you can get right now, right? That's what's special about it. And it's part of budget builds, you know what I mean? So the point is what they did is they did like a full parts thing, and they're literally holding each individual part and kind of talking about it. So just like showcasing it, they're literally talking about it. And I like that style. And honestly, it'll be less editing, even though it's more on screen for me, it'll be far less editing as far as like having a million. I try to do it like a movie, right? Where it's like, you know, here's scene one, and then we do it, and then I messed up, and so I cut it, and then I, you know, start the camera. And so I literally just loaded with files. Oh, look at that. That was a quick 10 minutes. And yeah, so I guess we'll just pick up where we left off for tomorrow, huh? A little cliffhanger. So there we go. We're done with day 8. I'll talk to you tomorrow.